All right, hey guys. So today we're going to talk about my single cab, or my dad's single cab, which we broke on the Shasta Snow trip. So what happened was, well, diagnosing. We took the engine apart, and both of the heads were kind of messed up, and like two or three valves were like chipped, and so we made it home, but there was all that junk. So what we think happened was either dust, a lot of dust from the snow trip got into the engine because we checked the air cleaner and there was no oil in it, which, that'll do that. So we're getting the engine rebuilt. We had the transmission checked out. Everything's all apart and on the bed, as you can probably see, the dirty garage behind it. Yeah, so that's kind of what happened. Um, there was a lot of wear and tear from the snow trip. Like, our front end also kind of got messed up, and there was rubbing anytime we went over any sort of bump. We lost our shifter knob, which, that's a 30-year-old shifter knob, so that's tough luck. Um, yeah, any questions you have about it, Jake?
As far as like what you guys do to it before Shasta, I noticed the rack on the top and stuff. That looks a little like.
Oh yeah. So with the rack, we uh, we were going down to California, and there was a guy selling one, so we just picked it up. So yeah, well, no, we didn't make that or anything.
Yeah, yeah. You guys use those lights at all on the track?
Oh yeah, dude, those lights,
They're handy.
they definitely, yeah. But what we did with those lights actually is we welded, since we're welders, we can weld. We welded in brackets, and we mounted the lights, and then we wired it all up. And my dad's really particular about having all the wire sleeves and stuff, and heat shrink sleeves on it.
Yeah, looks good.
And so yeah, it's all in. And then if we look under on the inside, we have like a little switchboard which can light up the front lights, the back lights, and like the two sides. But yeah, so that's what we did with the lights. Oh yeah, also if you saw our short we made um, with the mud crossing, we totally messed up the bumper. like we went in and the bumper went up and we couldn't open our doors, and so I had to crawl out through the safari window and jump on the bumper so my dad could open the door. And I think that's when we lost our shifter knob because we took the carpet out and then it like fell off. Um, yeah, so there was that kind of stuff. Um,
So how about we check out what's going on the back of the bed?
Yeah, let's go do that. All right, so we're at the back of the truck, and as you can see, we have the transaxle. So what we did with this is it was making a clunk whenever we went into gear, and then like accelerated too quickly while taking the clutch off, or like really, and it was doing that with any gear. And my dad was getting all anal about it, so that's why we took this out. We had it. He sent it, or he drove with it up to this guy in northern Washington who has like 45 years experience, factory trained, and they took it apart together, and it was fine. I think my dad's just paranoid. I
So the
mean,
transaxle was okay,
the transaxle's okay.
but the motor is off being rebuilt.
Yeah, the long block is being rebuilt.
Same guy that rebuilt yours? Yeah.
Yeah, same guy that rebuilt mine. This engine previously, the Bugs engine. So yeah, he's well trained. I think when my dad gave it to the guy, he was like, "Isn't this engine only like you got it like 2 years ago?" So that's how that went. As you can see, there's all the accessories off over there, like mufflers and generators and coils and stuff. Um,
So
yeah.
when you guys were coming back, when did you notice that it was like what were the symptoms of it being broken, like the engine?
So we were slowing down, like
Losing power.
losing power as far down as like Grants Pass. We're up near Portland, and so Portland, Oregon. So yeah, we were starting to lose power, and the people that were with us, luckily they were like all chill about it, and they were like, okay, yeah, we'll go your speed, even though they had like a big engine and could go like 75. Um, Yeah, but we went. So we were going. We were losing power, and then I think about Salem. This happens every year. We break down in Salem. So third year doing it. Yeah. So in Salem, I was asleep, and then because driving all day, and my dad wakes me up because we're getting gas, and then like it wouldn't start, and so I think we just adjusted the distributor, and then it started just barely, and we started really losing power. Like we were going 40 the whole time on I-5. Um, we were texting back and forth with our guy that has a trailer, like, hey, you might need to come pick us up. It was like 11 p.m. Um, and if we just make it over the Terwilliger curve in Portland, then we'll probably be okay. But we were going like 25 on the way back here, and places where we were in town where it would only be like 15 minutes to get home. It took us like 25 because we were going like 25 miles per hour the whole time. Yeah, so we really just started losing power, and
This
then
started on the way down and.
this started on the way back.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
Yeah, no.
But during the trip, it was all good.
During the trip, it was mostly fine. I did notice that we were going slower than most of the other buses. Um, my dad thinks that's because we just have a stock engine in this, but I mean, it could also be that. Things we learned is to check the valves each day and definitely check the air cleaner to make sure it has oil in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of how that's going. We also have this roof rack.
This has been around a while, though, right?
That's been around a while. We have the roof rack, and for Shasta, I think we also made like a hinged system to like rest my legs on when I'm sleeping in the cab with the door open. There's a bunch of other stuff with the bus. Um,
Yeah, sounds like quite an adventure.
yeah, I didn't help take apart anything at all, as you could tell, because it's not my bus, and my dad doesn't help with my bus, so I'm not gonna help with this. You know how it goes. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Okay, well then, it's good to hear what happened, and if you guys enjoyed this story about the Shasta Snow trip and what happened to the single cab, please like and subscribe, and we have other bus content on the channel. Nick's Bay Windows over there. Check his out, and we'll see you in the next one.